friends, I am Soham Bera, consultant optometrist from India. Today I am going to tell you about Stargardt's macular dystrophy. Actually, in previous video I have told you about that, but this is the brief one. Let's start with it. Stargardt disease is form of macular dystrophy that begins early in life. Dr. Stargardt first described this condition in 1909, giving it its name. It is one of the most common form of a juvenile macular degeneration. Stargardt disease may occur in 1 of every 20,000 children over the age 6 and is usually diagnosed before the age of 20. Boys and girls are equally affected by this condition. Stargardt is usually a recessive inherited condition requiring the person to receive a gene from each parent to cause the disease. However, there have been a number of cases identified as dominant inheritance, requiring only one gene from either parent. Recently, researchers have identified the gene ABCR, now called it ABCA4, which causes Stargardt disease. This brings hope that a treatment will eventually be available. With Stargardt disease, the macula and surrounding retina are affected. The macula is the very center of our retina. This image we see are focused on the retina like the film in the camera. Unlike camera film where every part of the film is equally sensitive, our retina is concentrated the most sensitive vision in the very center portion. Additionally, our best color vision resides in the macula. Thus, damage to the macula results in loss of visual acuity or sharpness of vision, decreased color vision, and small blind spot. So, diagnosis. Early in the disease, the macula may appear normal, which may slow the initial diagnosis of Stargardt. Children may be misdiagnosed with a physiological vision loss given as the diagnosis. In time, characteristic changes occurs in the retinas that help facilitate diagnosis. Fluorescent angiography is a test in which a dye is injected into the arm and the flow of this dye as it enters the eye is studied. The damaged retina sits above a layer called the choroids, which is rich in blood vessels that supply nutrients to the retina. During angiography in a patient with Stargardt, the damage to the retina blocks the flow of light from the choroids, causing a dark choroid. And this may be used to help diagnosis. This test alone is not considered to be completely diagnostic of this disease. In later stage of Stargardt disease, the classic appearance of the retina allow a much easier diagnosis. The appearance of a beaten metal macula combined with small yellowish white flakes, we call it fundus flavimaculatus, in the peripheral retina is typically of Stargardt disease. Now, the emotional impact. Adolescence years are difficult for every child. But imagine suddenly learning that your vision is falling. The sudden awareness to the child and parent that the child is losing vision can be devastating. The family and the child need to learn immediately about low vision care. Knowledge of the option to help the child can help the family and child put the problem in perspective. Counseling may be needed to help the child through their fears. Support groups of interaction between the parents of other Stargardt patients can be beneficial. Decreased of visual acuity. Stargardt disease may first be detected by a mild loss of visual acuity or sharpness of vision. In the early stage, however, the vision may be near normal. Visual acuity measurement may also vary due to the effect of light exposure, and one should not be alarmed if your visual acuity varies on each test. Most Stargardt patients have visual acuity from 612 to 6 by 120. A small number of patients will have worse vision. One study of Stargardt patients found that all persons tested had decreased visual acuity at least 6 by 60 within approximate 9 years after onset of this disease. Come and go vision. As Stargardt disease progresses, patients may experience small area of vision loss or blind spots. As images fall upon the damaged area of the retina, objects may disappear and reappear, causing a come and go effect. Now, eccentric viewing. Stargardt disease creates a central blindness that increases in size as the disease progresses. Patients learn to turn their eyes in a specific direction to see around the blind spot. They must place the image on an area adjacent to the macula. Family members and teachers need to understand that this is an adaptive step used to maximize their vision. Photostress and dark adaptation. Children with Stargardt disease often complain of difficulty adapting to the dark after sunlight exposure. Light striking our retina causes chemical reaction to occur in the rod and the cones. Our retina must continuously create new photoreactive chemical and remove the waste product of this chemical reaction. When a Stargardt patient is exposed to bright sunlight, the retina may become bleached by the light and the sharpness of vision may decrease and blind spots may become denser. This is a temporary condition but can be prevented or lessened by use of sun filters and hat and UV protected spectacle or blue protected lenses. From laboratory studies in mice, it has been suggested that sun filters may lessen the formation of lipofuscin, which is the waste product of the rod and cones, and lipofuscin, if allowed to accumulate, may damage the retina. Mice without ABCR gene, like patients with Stargardt's, do not accumulate this waste product when raised in darkness. Additionally, younger patients under 26 years old transmit more ultraviolet light to the retina due to clarity of the crystalline lens, which in theory may lead to more retinal damage in Stargardt patients. More researchers is needed. Now, photophobia. The damage to the retina also lead to a greater internal reflection of light, often causing an increase of light sensitivity. Color vision. Though new theories indicate the damage may begin in rod cells, our black or white vision surrounding the macula. The condition eventually damages the macular area where cone or color vision cells are densely populated. Color vision decline as the disease progresses, but patients may usually maintain a significant amount of color vision. The paradox of peripheral vision sensitivity. Patient may miss or see poorly objects that fall in their center vision, but the far peripheral vision remains intact with Stargardt's. It is not uncommon not be able to see a face, but notice a piece of lint on the shoulder. Family members often mistake the ability as an indication that a patient can see better than he or she claims. Phantom vision or Charles Bonnet syndrome. In more severe stage of visual loss, patient may experience phantom vision or visual hallucination. These episodes are not usually related to underlying psychiatric problem, but rather are normal attempted by the brain to make a sense of impaired sensory information. The brain may embellish the image, making it very real, just as does it in our dream. Next, depth perception. Depth perception is dependent on two good eyes. Anything that decreases vision in one or both eyes will cause an immediate drop in our depth perception. The good news, Stargardt's never cause total vision loss. Peripheral vision is left intact. Central vision is usually in the range of 6 by 18 to 6 by 120. With younger patients usually showing less loss. Low vision care can help Stargardt patient lead very normal lives. Following diagnosis, every Stargardt patient should have a low vision examination by a professional eye specialist skilled in low vision rehabilitation. Low vision care. Stargardt patients respond well to magnification. Simple bifocal may be used to the early stage. In later stage, CCTV systems are helpful. It is important to maintain good cosmetic appearance for younger patients. Mobility is usually minimally affected. Now, school age issue. In children and teens with Stargardt disease, it is very important to have adequate low vision care. These students may have light and glare control problem in their classroom. Adaptation including sitting away from the window or shutting the curtains may be necessary. Also, these students should be allowed to wear special sun filters when needed to decrease glare and light sensitivity. Large print materials may be indicated for these children. This may include textbook, worksheet and test. Due to their visual loss and difficulty reading, some students may require extended time on tests and quizzes. Because the visual loss may progress over time, each student should have a teacher of the visually impaired. Because of the vision loss, there are also a safety issue to look at in young active student. Eyewear with polycarbonate lenses should be worn for protection of the eyes from unexpected injury. Counseling should immediately include safety issues in physical education. Sports like swimming and track are good option. Sports with fast moving projectiles may put younger Stargardt patient at the risk. Protective face shield are essentially if the patient is to play such a sport. With the proper safety device, patients have played hockey successfully. So friends, this is all about Stargardt disease. Many research have been going on. Something is come out from the research, I think. We also hope for about this. So friends, please stay safe, stay healthy. Bye.